In lesson 10.2, we're going to be comparing rational numbers. So numbers that are in decimal forms, in fraction forms, even in percent forms. All right. Let's start with a mixed number. In page 294, we have a mixed number. Negative 3 1/2 compared to negative 9 2/3. Now, when you're comparing positive and negative numbers, you have to remember something about negative numbers. You have to remember that on a number line, or if we think of these as temperatures, the further to the left or the further down it is on a number line, the less of a value it has. So think, negative 9 2/3 would be to the left of negative 3 1/2 on a number line. Okay? So if it's more negative, it has a lower value. And so what symbol would we put in between these two numbers then? 3 1/2 is, well, how would we write a statement for this? Would we write 3 1/2 is greater than, 3 1/2 is less than, 3 1/2 is equal to? Bella? Good. Negative 3 1/2 is greater than negative 9 2/3 because it's a higher temperature, or it's a amount that is farther to the right on a number line. And so you're always comparing numbers in considering the number line, or considering how they would be used in the real world. Okay? Now, sometimes you might have absolute value, and remember that if it's absolute value, then we're talking about the distance. Which one would have a farther distance if it said the absolute value of negative 3 1/2 versus, or compared to, the absolute value of negative 9 2/3? How does that change the answer? Which one has a greater absolute value? Remember, absolute value is always positive.
Well, the 9 2/3, negative 9 2/3 absolute value is absolute value. Positive, like you just said, make it more.
Right. Yep, exactly. This distance from 0 to negative 3 1/2 is less than the distance from 0 to negative 9 2/3. Remember that absolute value is always positive. Okay, so if you're comparing the absolute value to something, you're comparing the distance or the positive amount. All right, it makes it positive. What does it do, Andrew? What did I just say? It makes it positive. Makes it positive, okay? Listen. Now, let's go to another example. What if we have 6 3/4 compared to 6.7? One of the things that we have to remember when comparing is that you always have to compare the same number in the same place. You always have to compare numbers in the same form. So, are these two numbers in the same form? No. No, one is a mixed number and one is in decimal form. So we have to change one of them. Which one's the easiest to do? Would it be easier to change this to a decimal?
No.
Where we have to divide the fraction and then, or write the decimal as a fraction?
Decimal fraction.
Probably decimal as a fraction. So let's try that first. How would we write 6.7 as a fraction?
6 and 7 tenths.
Yes, 6 and 7 tenths. Now, we have 6 and 3 sevenths or 6 and 7 tenths. Can we compare these? Could you, using estimation, compare them?
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually could. Okay, here's how. Look at the fraction. Is this more than half or less than half?
Less.
It's a little bit less, isn't it?
0.1.
So, this is less than half. And how about 7 tenths?
That's way better.
Or is that more than half or less than half?
More.
This is greater than 1/2. So this is 6 and a little less than half. This is 6 and a little more than half. Which one would be bigger?
6 and a little bit.
Yeah. 6 and a little bit more than half would be bigger than 6 and a little less than half. Using estimation, you can compare numbers that way. All right? Any questions on that? That can be really helpful in comparing numbers. Okay? So that's basically what this lesson is helping you to figure out. Is when you're comparing numbers, you can compare them, you have to use the same form. Make sure that you use the same form when you're comparing numbers. Okay? And you can use estimation to help you. Okay? Any questions? Sophie?
Can you go back to the notes?
Yes.